Corporate culture breeds outspoken, confident interventions in meetings. Sitting quietly in the same room are people with much sharper insights and better ideas than the rowdy, bolshy types hogging the self-promoter limelight. We need to tap into our team's full idea generation capability. Welcome back to this weekly edition every Friday of the Japan Business Mastery Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy and president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, and also the twice best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. We are bringing the show to you today from our studio in the High Performance Center in Akasaka, in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. This is episode number 34, and we are talking about Power Up Your Introverts. Before we get going, a quick word from our sponsor. If you want to be successful as a leader, do the Leadership Training for Managers course. All companies need people who can both manage and lead. Leading people screams out for real skills in communication, dealing with all different types of people, being excellent at innovation, planning, delegation, handling mistakes, doing performance reviews really well, and inspiring and motivating the team. Do the Leadership Training for Managers course now in either Japanese or English. Welcome back. Okay, now it's time for the show. Soredewa ikimashou. So let's get going. Your team's introverts never fight for the brainstorming blue marker pen. They leave it up to the extroverts to occupy the whiteboard, the ideas, the airwaves, and the debate. Consequently, we wind up with a shallower harvest of ideas for the organization. How do we unleash the full power of these introvert types who don't bark and don't bite? This is especially important in Japan, where the culture drives modesty, anonymity, and a tei shisei, or low profile. 1. Think and Write is a great tool to tone down the airwaves competition. Instead of sponsoring a street fight shout fest of ideas like the old-style stock exchange floor brokers bellowing orders to chalkies, we start with stone silence. On adhesive notes, have everyone write down one idea at a time on the topic and encourage them to pump out those little babies like confetti, as many as possible in the time allotted. The extroverts, the A-type personalities, and the senior managers in the room are reduced in power as we create space for ideas from all. Having done some thinking on the subject, we might call on specific individuals to nominate their ideas, and then we transfer these to a whiteboard so everyone can follow the idea milieu. It is a good approach to start the ball rolling with the introverts. They have nowhere to hide now because they have written something and are not going to be embarrassed by a poverty of ideas or input. The extroverts can bring up the rear, the idea rearguard, and add any points that have been missed. Number 2, pre-meeting detailed agendas are also a great aid to idea generation. Turning up at the brainstorming session and being brilliant may be a bit tricky if you have never dwelled deeply on the topic or tried to plumb the depths of a fussy business conundrum. A bit of context around the problem always helps, as does an indication of what we are trying to achieve from the exercise. With this agenda, we distribute it well beforehand, everyone will have had time to gather thoughts. Number 3, try to schedule brain work for the mornings. The vast majority of people are fresher in the morning than in the afternoon, especially after lunch. And also, it's a good idea to, if you're going to provide lunch, do one, make it light. Don't always assume you have to swallow the whole innovation exercise in one gulp. A rolling feast of idea generation sessions may work very well as the team cooks the ideas slowly and more thoughtfully. 4, small group work can also sort out the rowdy redwoods in the room and allow some sunlight to fall on the introvert undergrowth. If we appoint a facilitator to each small group and make it their job to get ideas out from all, then we will see more participation by the shyer team members. Idea creation and public announcement speed differs because some people are internalizers, carefully analysing, sifting, sorting, shaping before they offer up their thought morsel to the masses. Provide plenty of time for the brain digestive processes to run the course. 5, importantly, allow no criticism of ideas in the idea generation stage. If you want to silence an introvert forever, just say their idea is rubbish. You cancel their idea ticket right there because they and all their introvert buddies who are watching will withdraw from the fray and leave the spoils to the extroverts. We want as many crazy ideas as possible in stage 1. My dumb idea might trigger a brilliant idea by you. We need that trigger thought though. Marshal the full brainstorming power of the team by planning for it. Unleash the introverts, the shy and the timid by providing an innovation path for them to tread and go forward. Key points from today. 1, use think and write to get the ideas out. 2, use pre-meeting agendas to have everyone thinking before the meeting. 3, schedule brainstorming in the morning and have small groups. Number 4, have small groups to encourage more participation. Number 5, don't judge ideas during the idea generation stage. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember to hit the subscribe button. The Japan Business Mastery Show is here to help you navigate your way around business in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube. Share with your family, friends and colleagues. Hit the little bell icon for automatic new episode notifications. Our website details are on screen now, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. It's awesome value, so check it out. Please leave me some feedback on YouTube. I would love to know how the show helped and what other topics you would like me to cover for you. Just tell me how I can help you best. You might also enjoy my other weekly shows for podcasts. Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesdays for the Presentations Japan series. Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series. Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series. And Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, wherever you get your podcast. Also, on Mondays, I release my other TV show, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. That's also released on YouTube. In episode 35, we are talking about principled sales. Onegai itashimasu. Please join me next week to master business here, because that is what we all want, isn't it? Japan business mastery.